Hi, I'm John DeBella from Classic Rock 102.9 MGK, here once again for PhillyPetInfo.com, and here once again with Jim Crosby. Speaking of the little kids, all right, I know how I feel about this, but you're going to get a dog, right, and you're bringing your 5-year-old along with you. I don't believe that they should have any input on picking out a dog. So, I mean, because I don't think if they can't take care of themselves, why would you allow them to make a choice on another living thing?
Right. Now, it's actually not a bad thing to bring the child to meet the dog, to see if the dog is willing to tolerate this little monster, and to see if they're, kids are going to go along with an awful lot of what you set for them. And even if you don't get a dog at the shelter that day, the ability to show your child how to calmly and correctly interact with the dog safely is a great opportunity for both of you anyhow. Yeah, the grown-up should be making the choice. I mean, the child, you can say, okay, we've looked at 10 dogs, and this one, they both seem they're going to fit. Then you can let little Bobby or little Billy or Jane have some input and go, well, I like this one. Okay, fine. We've narrowed it down, and I can give you the appearance of having some input. Or if there's only one dog that really meets it, but there's another dog that the kid hates, well, it's either that one or this one, dear. Kid makes the right decision. Everybody's happy.
All right. So you're looking at these dogs, and and they're all just happy to be with a human for that amount of time. But how are you going to judge? Is this a dog that needs training? Or is this a dog that has problems?
It's hard to do. And all you can do is basically look at the whole picture of what the dog's doing. If the dog is human focused enough that he's initiating contact and looking for positive contact with you, even if he's got problems, he can probably be trained. Even if the dog is well behaved, if it's very standoffish and is not real social, that may not be the right dog. Whether it would be the right dog for you or the right dog overall, it's hard. Some of it you have to kind of go with your gut. And that's where talking with staff that deals with these dogs every day is really good. Because, okay, this dog is jumping around, but I'm worried about it. And they say, oh, no. When we take him outside to the play area, he turns into a totally different dog. So, okay, let's see that and get the opportunity. And a good shelter will let you have opportunities to interact with the dog, not just in a little narrow kennel, but maybe in separate rooms. Sometimes there's a play area outside. Sometimes you can walk the dog. Take the advantage of all of those opportunities to see how the dog works in different environments so you can make the best informed choice. When it comes down to it, sometimes it's just like picking a significant other. Sometimes you pick better than others. I know that feeling. The one I got now is really good. We've been together for almost 25 years, but it took a couple of tries to get the right one. Take advantage of it, and sometimes you really have to go with your heart. Now, don't do it just because you feel sorry for it or you think that this is a damaged animal that you can fix, because you may not have the talents. It may take more than you can do, and it's going to be worse if you're the wrong place than if you let it wait for the right place.
Well, and that brings up a real good point, because like you see this dog and you bring it home and it seems loving and and everything seems perfect about it, but then you realize that the dog's a little more aggressive than you expected it to be. Whether it ends up being one that could bite, one that is just too physical, can a trainer get that out of a dog?
A trainer can be a huge help, and what I really recommend is if somebody's adopted a new dog, sign up for a basic obedience class somewhere at the same time. You and your dog can learn together, and you can set a good, strong foundation where you've got not both of you have bought into the equation. You're working, you're spending time together, you're learning each other's quirks and so forth with a professional looking over and watching and seeing things that you might not see. So yes, if you start to have problems, intervene early before the dog rips the child's arm off. The first time the dog nips or is acting super fearful, look for help then. It's like I tell people, I can stop the avalanche when it's a snowball. But halfway down the mountain, I'm just going to get run over.
Jim Crosby is our guest. Jim, I've got to tell you, I'm a man who believes he knows a lot about dogs, and you've given me information that I never even thought of. Thank you so much for being here, and our thanks to New Jersey Aid for Animals for making sure that Jim was here, and we are PhillyPetInfo.com.